onto your hips. Bringing your palms forward, you're going to lift the crown of the head and just draw the shoulders down. We're going to do 4 rounds of sun salutation. I'm going to turn this way so you can see it. If you're intermediate level, when you're here, you can exhale, plant the hands, scoop the elbows in, and you can jump back to your chaturanga. You can lower like this, or you can lift a leg off. And if you're a beginner, you're going to follow me. So intermediates, you can go in your own time. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, weight on the toes. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, lift the downstage leg as high as you can. Exhale, coming through to a lunge. Connect through the palms, lift the knee to the nose, curve through the spine into your plank. Push forward over the fingertips, drop the pelvis, knees down and tuck the toes, elbows in, nose to the floor. Inhale, peeling back into cobra. Drawing the elbows in at your ribs, peeling back down, tucking the toes under, pushing back into downward dog. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, walk your feet to your hands. Bend the knees, inhale, scoop the arms up. And exhale to heart center. The other side, inhale. Exhale, flat spine. Inhale, weight forward on the toes, look up. Exhale, plant the hands. Relax the hips. You can bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift the upstage leg as high as you can. Coming into a lunge, press through those palms, knee to the nose, curve through the spine. Into plank, push forward over the fingertips. Ease down and tuck the toes, elbows in, nose to the floor. Inhale, rolling those shoulders back to cobra. Peeling back down, tucking the toes under, pushing back to downward dog. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Bend the knees, inhale. And exhale. So if you're new to practice, you can carry on like that. If you want something a bit harder, I'm going to go the next level up. Breathing in. And exhale, weight on the toes. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, lift the downstage leg as high as you can into the air. Through to your lunge, connect through the hands, knee to nose, into plank. You can come forward over the fingertips. You can put the knees down or keep the knees off. Elbows in, lowering down. Inhale, coming forward to upward dog or cobra, slightly easier on your belly. Pushing back into downward dog. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Try a little hop to your feet. Lift the hips. Bend the knees. Inhale, scooping the arms up. And exhale to heart center. Last time, we're doing super well. Breathing in. And lift out of that waist. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, upstage leg as high as you can. Exhale, coming through to a lunge. Press through those palms, knee to your nose. And push forward over the fingertips, elbows in, keep the knees off, nose to the mat. Coming forward to your upward dog, engage the thighs, the quads. Peeling back over to downward dog. You've got 2 options here. You can either come down into a child's pose and take a little relaxation here. Or you can work on your downward dog, engaging the sides of your torso, your chicken wings, scoot the biceps forward and straighten. Take a few breaths here. So whether we're in child's pose or downward dog, we're all going to meet in downward dog. First flow of tonight. From here, you're going to inhale. Your right leg up to the sky, you're going to exhale, you're going to circle the leg. So we're making huge circles, leading with the heel, bringing the leg around to the side. Lovely, one more time, breathing in and breathing out. This time, lifting the leg up to the sky. We're going to bend at the knee. So you want to square your shoulders and you want to let the thigh be lifted. Let the weight of the foot spiral you over to the side so that eventually you're going to gently come down to the floor. We're going to push up through that hand and lift the hips into stargazer as high as you can. Let the head go back. Exhale, come down. We're going to try a little prep for grasshopper here. So you've got one leg stretched out and the upstage leg bent. I'm going to have my fingertips over that stretched out leg, and I'm just going to lift my hips up behind me. So I'm going to have the leg closest to the computer stretched out, my upstage leg bent, and I'm going to push up and lift my hips. If that's too easy for you, you can lift the upstage leg. If some of you know grasshopper really well, you can bring that flexed foot, the leg, over the front leg. You can reach for those toes or reach for the calf and push up. We've done a few grasshoppers. You can also come down onto the elbows. And then from here we're going to go into a little twist. So from here you're just going to bend both legs in. From here you're going to take your left arm, lift up, or opposition arm to the bent knee on the top, and exhale, rotating into a spiral. So you're pushing away from that femur. Keep rotating around. One more breath in. And you're going to exhale, rewind. We're going to come back to the front. We're going to come into a little crouch. Easy option, you're going to shoot your knees out and put the knees down. Harder option, you're going to jump back into your plank. Push forward over the fingertips, elbows in, nose to the mat. Inhale to your upward dog or cobra, a bit more beginner. And then ping back into your downward dog. Well done guys, that's a bit different tonight. We're going to try the other side. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. You're going to exhale, bring it down, trying to make as a big circle as possible with those toes. Breathing in and lifting the leg. You can open those hips, that's okay. Inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, this will work mobility of the hip. You're going to inhale, lift the leg up. This time, you want to square those shoulders and lift the quads. And then now start letting the legs spiral out to the side diagonally. And last minute, you're going to let the hips come over. Once you're down here, I've got my left knee bent and my right leg stretched. I'm going to push up into my wild thing, my stargazer. And then gently coming back down, you can bring this flexed foot towards you a bit more. Fingertips going towards the front, diagonally away from me. I'm just going to push. So I'm bringing a little bit of weight onto the hands. So I'm lifting those hips up. That's it, good work. If that's too easy for you, you can lift an upstage arm. Or grasshopper, bring that back flexed knee over the stretched out leg. Toes going away from you diagonally. With my upstage arm, I reach in front for my toes, or slightly easier on my calf, and I'm going to push up on that hand. I might even have the elbow under my shoulder, makes it a bit easier. We're going to arm balances a bit early, but I'm just going to try and keep you on your toes. You can stay here, or you can keep that underneath leg bent, so we're in a little Gomukhasana. From here, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it across the body. So we're rotating around to the side, the opposite way we were before. And don't worry if you're doing stuff in opposition to me, that's okay. If you find you struggle in your spiral, put a blanket behind you to help get a little bit of height. One more breath in here. Exhale, coming around to the front. We're going to crouch those knees in. I'll do the easier version now. You're going to shoot those legs into plank. Push forward over the fingertips. Harder option, keep the knees off. Easy option, knees down, elbows in. Inhale to your cobra, drawing the shoulders down. Peeling back into downward dog. Good work. We've got two more different ones for you tonight. From here, we're going to inhale, right leg up to the sky. You're going to exhale, come in between the hands with the front leg, hands either side of that front leg, knee above the ankle, so we're in lizard. We're going to drop the back knee, press through those palms, keep the head in line with the tail. Press that left hip flexor into the floor. If you can't quite reach with your hands, or it feels uncomfortable, you can put your hands on a book or a block. If that's super easy for you, you can come down onto the elbows. If that's still super easy for you, you can reach the same arm as your bent knee and reach towards the back foot, gently pressing the pelvis towards the mat. If anyone's got any knee problems, I probably wouldn't do that, I would stay here. Let the breath flow. So again, lizard's really great for those hips. Coming back onto the hands or off the block, you're going to tuck the back toes under and you're going to push one arm up to the sky. Now, if you're a little bit more new to yoga, I'm going to suggest you stay here and work on the core. If you want to challenge, I'm going to lift my back leg and I'm going to bring it through into a little single leg lift. And then I'm going to lift it back into my lunge. So it enables me really working the core. To make it easy, you can also put your hand on a block so you're higher. And then you've got a little bit more height to come through. Yeah, so if you're struggling a bit, put your hand on the block. Inhale, exhale, bring that leg through. And if you're super struggling, stay in the lunge. This is going to really work your quad muscle. And wherever you are, we're all going to meet in this lunge, lifting the same arm as that bent leg. Now it's a hard one tonight, so you've done incredibly well. With the front leg, you're going to take it around to the back into your plank. To make this easier, bring the top leg in front of the bottom leg. To make it harder, stack the feet. If it's still really hard for you, you can come down on the elbow. That's okay, that's still going to work your torso. If you're up on your hand, we're going to drop the hips down and push up. And again, drop those hips down and push up. One more time, hips down, push up, turning around to the front. You're doing super, super well. Hands under the shoulders, push forward over the fingertips. You can put the knees down if you need to, elbows in, nose to mat. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, hug the elbows in. Peeling back through to your downward dog. We're just going to go the other side. Super, super, super good. So from here, inhale, left leg up to the sky. You're going to exhale, come through to that lizard. Dropping the back knee. Check your front knee is over the ankle, over the fifth toe. You can have your hands on a block or come down to the forearms. You might think, I'm going to do one hand, one forearm, middle level. If that's quite easy for you, you can reach same arm as bent knee and circle around to hold your back foot. And I'll face this way so you can see what that looks like. So it's a circle and you're pushing your pelvis down towards the mat. Now if you've got any knee problems, I probably wouldn't do that one. It's a little quad stretch. Staying in lizard is really good for opening the hips. Taking a few breaths here. Get your block ready if you think you're going to need it. You're going to tuck the toes under at the back. And if you want an easier option, you're going to stay here with the same arm as bent leg stretched up to the sky. If you want a challenge, you're going to lift, engage the core. You're going to lift that back leg, bring it through into single leg dip. And then bring the leg back. If that was really tricky, you can put your outside arm on the block. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring that leg through. And coming back. And one more time, pushing through the block, pushing through other leg, coming through. And then from here, wherever we are, we're going to meet in our plank, or lunge even. Lunge, about to go into the plank. We're going to take that front leg around the back into our side plank. Easier option, come down to the elbow, check the elbows under the shoulder, lift those hips as high as you can. It makes it harder if you look up. Harder option, onto the hands, keep lifting those hips. We're going to drop the hips down, pushing up, breathing in. And exhale, drop the hips down. And push back up. One more time, you're doing super well. Push back up, come over into your plank, drop the pelvis. Push forward over the wrist. I'll show you the hard option. Easy option, put the knees down. Hug the elbows in, nose to the mat. Peeling up to your upward dog. And take a second to come into Balasana. Count 3 to 4 breaths here. If you don't want to rest, you can come into a more active stretch, which will be downward dog. We've got one more flow to do. We're going to inhale, roll up through the spine, exhale, and we're all going to meet into downward dog. We're going to do a little warrior 2 flow. So from here, we're going to inhale, right leg up to the sky. We're going to exhale, bring it in between the hands, turn out the back foot, so heel to heel alignment, toes at the back to the side. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, arms out. You're going to press through those arms. Make your form really strong. You're going to tuck your pelvis and connect pubis to sternum, so drawing the ribs in. Check your front knee is over the ankle, going over the fifth toe. If you're new to practice tonight, you're going to stay in this position. If you want a harder option, I'm going to show you a harder option. We're going to reverse the palms, inhale to the back. You're going to exhale, sweep into side revolved angle. Now, if you're new to practice, you can stay here. You don't have to do the next bit. We're going to inhale, walk the fingertips back, keep the front knee bent, reverse warrior. Breathing in, and exhale, bowling forward. So we're getting a bit of movement today. And one more time, inhale, walk the fingertips back, exhale, come forward. I said one more time, I mean one more time for luck. And inhale, coming back, and stay here now, lifting the sternum. If that's too easy for you, you can lift the front heel, or you can stay here. One more breath in, can you lift the sternum a bit higher? And exhale, we're going to take this back leg, internally rotate it into chair position. So this time, you've got a choice. What feels good for you, your spine? You can tuck your pelvis to protect the spine and engage the core, or you can let the pelvis go into cow tilt, which will get your spine flexible. Beginners, you can keep the heels down. If you want a harder option, you're going to lift the heels. You're going to hold the elbows and bring your body onto the thighs. Keep lifting the heels. We're going to inhale. This is a good one for our quads, actually. Keep the knees together, breathing out, arms to the side. We're going to go again. Hugging the arms, holding the elbows, lifting up. And exhale. We're going to go one more time. This is really good for us. You're doing so well. Lifting up, breathing in. Exhale. This time, lifting the hips up. Wow, can you feel the burn? You're doing so well. So well. So we'll just stay here in forward fold. If you have very tight hamstrings, you can use your blocks to keep your back nice and flat and then pull up those hamstrings. If you're super flexible, see if you can bring the belly onto the thighs and walk the fingertips behind you, relax the head. Or you could also stand on your blocks. You want to see if you can engage your legs. Keep breathing here. Okay, you might come off your blocks, and from here, intermediate's going to bring the weight into the hands, and you're going to jump back into your plank, bending your elbows, or if you want to, you can just step back, and then knees off the floor, on the floor, lowering down, chaturanga, peeling to your cobra, rolling the shoulders back, or you might be in your upward dog with your hips off the floor, pushing back into a downward dog. We've just got one more side to do, so you are doing super well. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. We're going to exhale, bring it in between the hands, turn out the back foot to the side, heel to heel alignment. So inhale, arms up. And exhale, I promise you it gets a little bit easier after here. 20 minutes to go. You're nearly there, you're doing so well. Front knee over the ankle, going over the fifth toe. Press through those palms. Relax the ribs. Be strong with those palms. Tuck the pelvis a little bit so you're not sticking out the pelvis. From here, reverse the palms. Inhale, exhale, sweeping to side revolved angle. So nice and light with that elbow. We're going to inhale, reverse it. Breathing in, walk the fingertips down the calf with the sternum. And then you're going to exhale, bow forward. Keep that front knee over the fifth toe. And again, inhale, walk the fingertips back, lift the sternum. And exhale, well done. If you're struggling a little bit, you can stay here or you can stay here. Last time, breathing in, walking the fingertips back, lift the sternum. You're going to lift that front heel if you want to make it harder, or keep the heel down. Keep lifting the sternum. Can you walk your fingertips back a little bit more? And exhale. Bring that back leg to meet the front leg into chair. Now, if you're really feeling the thighs now, you can stay here. You don't have to do the harder option. So you're just going to let those hips go back. And And if you want to do the harder option, we're going to lift the ankles, we're going to bring the arms over the thighs. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up, whoop, and exhale, release the arms. We're going to come back onto the thighs. We're going to inhale, try and keep the spine nice and straight, and exhale. Woo, we can do it one more time. Here we go. And scooping the elbows, inhale up, and exhale. You're doing so well. Lift those hips and relax. Good work, guys. You're doing so well. And just relax here for a second. We're going to do a little sugar cane pose or the flamenco stretch that we did last week. So you've got the choice. See if you can get your books, you might need them. So you're going to take your right knee, flex it into flamenco pose. So you're going to bring the heel right to the sit bone. So this is going to work your glute. It's going to work the flexibility of your hamstring. You might stay on the blocks, or you might be able to bring your head towards your knee. And if you want to work the balance, you can hold the ankle as well. So that's one move we can do. Or sugar cane pose. What we're going to do is I'm going to have my hand on a block, which is the same arm as the bent knee. My opposition arm comes around to hold my ankle, and I gently push my ankle into my hand. Now you might find you just stay there, and that's okay. Some of you might find you can put the hand on the floor. So my hand is sort of diagonally away from that stretched out foot. You want to try not to twist the back knee. And if you're thinking, actually, do you know what, that's too much, come back into flamenco pose. And exhale back down. We're going to go the other side. So I'll always start off with flamenco pose. Keep the left knee in. And you're going to just bring the heel to the sit bone. If that's too easy, you can take your hands off the blocks, scoop the belly over the thigh, nose to the shin, and you can circle your back foot if you like as well to get that tarsal moving. Tarsal joint moving. Some of you might hold on to the ankles, squeeze the heel to the sit bone. Now, that's slightly easier if you want to do sugar cane pose. Again, you're going to have your hand on the block as the flex leg, your opposition hand comes around to the back, and you gently encourage your ankle to press into the hand. If you need to, you can bend the front leg. See if you can extend the front leg. So you're going to get a stretch for your hip flexor. If you're super flexible, you can come off the block and do the same thing. One more breath in here, and exhale, come down. Good work, guys, doing super well. We're going to come into a little Malasana squat. Not too much longer. You're doing really well. We've got 15 minutes to go. The knees are going to go over your toes. You're going to lift the crown of the head, drop the pelvis down. Now, you can either stay here, so this will work the mobility of our hips, or if you want to do something a bit different today, you're going to lift the pelvis up and then sink back down. But keep encouraging the knees over the toes. Drop the head, lift the hips. And exhale, come back down. So it's your choice tonight, whether you want to get this Malasana moving, or you can keep it static.